Okay, so we're going to go over Niko's commands to show you how you can be consistent with him once he's back home with you. So, to give Niko those corrections for when he does an unwanted behavior, we're going to use his prong collar. And then to reward him for the behaviors that we do like and when he does a good job, we're going to reward him with treats, pets, and praise. So, for his prong collar, this is going to go on and off of him with these links. So, first we'll hold on to this one. Then we'll grab onto the second one and we will pull them apart. Once they're apart, it can be put around Niko's neck. And then to get it back on him, we're going to put one side in. We're going to tap the two or squeeze the two together and slide it in. So that's how you get the prong collar on and off of him. Again, you'll press and hold on this, or you'll hold this one and then press and hold up on this one to get it apart. Put it around his neck, one side in, pinch the two together, and it'll slide right in. So that's how to get the prong collar on and off. Once this is on Niko, it's going to sit on Niko's neck like this, and the leash is going to connect to this D ring. There's also an O ring here, but we're going to connect the leash to the D ring. So once your leash is hooked up, it's going to be nice and relaxed on Niko's neck. And this is pointed a little bit towards you, but to the top of his neck. And then when you need to correct him for an unwanted behavior or not listening to a command, you're going to say no. Then you're going to give him a light pop and then remind him what he's supposed to be doing. Or if you're just telling him no for doing an unwanted behavior, you can just say no and give him that correction. So now we're going to go over his commands and explain how to reward and correct for each of those commands. So his first command is a sit stay. The sit is what we'll ask him to do, and then that stay is an implied stay, so we'll ask him to sit. And then if we wanted to walk away from him, go do something, maybe grab his leash and put our shoes on for a walk, we're going to remind him sit before we walk away. That way he knows what he's supposed to be doing. He knows he has to stay there because he's in that command, but we're not actually saying stay, we're just reminding him sit. So we'll tell him to sit, and then we can walk away. When we go back to him, we want to come back all the way back to him to reward and release him. So if you have him sit and then you go put your shoes on and grab the leash, you don't want to say free from across the room to release him. You want to make sure you go all the way back to him to release him. So you'll go all the way back, good sit, good boy, and then you'll tell him free to let him know that he is free from that command and he is released to do what he wants, or released to go on his walk. If you're wanting him to go directly with you, you're going to introduce his next command, which is heel. So if he's in that sit, good sit, you reward, and then when you're ready for him to go on that walk with you, you can switch from the sit command to a heel command. So you'll tell him heel, and then you'll start walking. That heel command is where he's on your left hand side, right next to your leg, and he's lined up with you in your space. That way he's not pulling on you, he's not getting too distracted focusing on a lot of other things. You'll have him right there when he's doing a good job, good heel, good boy. We like to give him those reminders when we go around turns, or when maybe we ask him to sit and then we start walking again. Make sure to tell him free or heel again so that he knows he's free to come with you and to heel with you, walking next to you. So that's the heel command. To reward that, we're going to give him treats with our left hand. That way he's not crossing over to get the treats. We're saying good heel, and then we offer him those treats with our left hand. If Niko were to get out of that heel command, maybe he does get distracted by a car, a person, a dog, even just a bird or a leaf going by, we're going to tell him no, give him a small pop of the leash, and then remind him that he's supposed to be healing. So no, pop of the leash, heel. That's going to be the same for that sit command as well. Sit, if he gets up from that sit too early or doesn't go into the sit, no, light pop of the leash, remind him that he's supposed to be sitting. So that's his sit and heel commands. His next command is a down stay. Again, with the sit stay, the down stay is also that implied stay. So we'll tell Niko down. Once he's in that down, if we wanted to walk away from him, or maybe he's going to be in that down for a while, we'll just remind him down to let him know that he's supposed to stay in that command. If he were to get out of that command, we're going to say no, and then instead of going up like we do for the sit or towards us like we do for the heel, we're going to pop it in a downward motion towards the ground. That way it kind of guides him back into that down. So no, light pop of the leash, down. and that's how you would correct him for that command. How you would reward him for that command: when we do the heel, we reward him right there when he's next to us. For the down, same as the pop, we want to reward it close to the ground. That way he's more likely to stay in that down. So that is the down command. His next command is place. So you'll ask Niko to go to place. Good place. His place command is on that elevated boundary that's also a stay. So when we want to walk away from him, when we want to go do something else, good place, and then we can walk away from him. Again, we always want to go back to reward them, same as the sit stay or the down stay. We want to go back to him to reward and release him from that command. But you'll ask Niko to go to place. If you wanted to go do other things, good place, good boy. And for this one, when we go to reward him, we want to place the treats on the bed. So we'll say good place, we'll put those treats on the bed. That way Niko's more likely to want to stay on the bed than to follow you, since you have the treats. You'll be placing the treats on the bed. That way he wants to stay, and then good place before you walk away. Again, all the way back to him to reward on the bed, good place. And then if you wanted to release him from that, you could say free or put him in one of his other commands. So that is the place command. There aren't a lot of rules when he's on that. He can have food, he can have treats, he can have toys if you want him to. He doesn't necessarily have to be in a sit or a down, but we do reward those more than if he's standing up on there, kind of just goofing off and messing around. He just has to stay on the bed, be quiet, and not be destructive. But again, he's allowed to have food, toys, and treats while he's on that bed. So that is his place command. His last command is a recall command. So this is when Niko's out in the yard, running around, sniffing, maybe going to the bathroom, or if you take him to the park and you just want to practice recall with him, he is out of your space, distracted, sniffing, and when you're ready for him to come back into your space, whether that be just to check in with him or to put him in another command, you're going to say, come, and then that's going to hopefully get his attention to come back into your space. I also like to take steps backwards to welcome him into my space. You can also be fun and exciting and verbally praise him as he's on his way back to you. Once he's back to you and sitting, that's when you'll reward him. Good sit. And then he's supposed to be in that sit, same as the sit state, until you release him. So then once you're ready to release him again, or if you're ready to put him in another command, you'll say free to release him back to sniff and play. And then when you're ready, do that again. So that's again, come, a few steps backwards to welcome him into your space. Good boy, good job, Niko, verbally praising him to keep him interested in you. And once he's back to you and sitting, you can reward him. So that is his place command. So his commands are heel, sit stay, down stay, place stay, and recall. Those are Niko's commands. For each of those commands, if he does an unwanted behavior, or he doesn't want to listen to the command, or he's in it and he wants to get out of that command, we're going to say no, give him a pop of the leash, and then remind him what he's supposed to be doing. If he's doing a good job with those commands, we can verbally praise him. Good job, good boy, Niko. We can also give him the treats. That seems to be a good way to motivate him. So good job, give him a few treats. You can also do pets. Sometimes the pets get Niko overly excited and then he's more likely to want to jump. So if you are going to use those pets to reward him, make sure to keep him on the calmer side. That way he does continue to do what he's doing and stay in a calmer state of mind. But those are his commands, how you correct him for each of them, and how you reward. And now we're going to show you Niko's commands.